I've known the McClintock family for a number of years because Annandale McClintock was an aide at Greenwood for a long time, and I might add, an outstanding one. She had a great career here. And I've known the boys in passing. Of course, at that point, Tommy was beyond high school. But I do remember some of his career because I'm just a born jock. I mean, I coach running sports, but I follow everything that the high school does, and the soccer team and the band and everything else. And I was just thinking, you know, Tommy's got great statistics, led the nation in triples in college. Could have used him on a few of my relays. But to me, the statement that makes a lot about Tommy McClintock is he's a freshman, and he started, if I'm not mistaken, the championship game, state championship game, as a ninth grader. Now, I've dealt with a lot of ninth grade guys, I'm going to tell you, I have. And they usually have a lot of growing to do. Fortunately, they do. Usually by their senior year, you love them. Your freshman year, you're not so much. But Tommy, you must have just been remarkable to have had that ability to come up and do that. So rather than steal the thunder from Rick Ruckman, who, I might add, joined our Hall of Fame last year with the 1980s basketball team, I'm going to let Rick come up and speak to Tommy's accomplishments.
Thanks a lot, John. I got the pleasure of meeting him and talking to him over the years. I've never known him to tell a lie until tonight. There's no way you and JK talk for only 30 minutes. So I thought I'd say that. Congratulations to everyone here and all the inductees in the Hall of Fame. And we appreciate the Hall of Fame and all their hard work to narrow this down to just 5. That's a very tough job. I know it was tough for us to get through our team for years, and it's a tough decision, so you all keep doing your hard work. I know if we would go out this exit right now and you would just look up on the hill, Tommy and his 2 brothers, Keith and Brian, and my sister Annandale, and Tommy's dad lived right there on Concord Avenue. So it was, you've come a long way, Tommy, from Concord Avenue to Concord University. So congratulations there. Tommy was gifted. I could tell that from just a very early age. He picked it up, and it's hard to do when someone's left-handed and everyone's teaching them is right-handed, and he adjusted so well. He could run fast. I mean, not James Jett fast, but he could run. He could catch. He surprisingly could hit for power. And definitely baseball was his true gift. He was outstanding on the football field, but he was another level in baseball. He was smart. It was nice to have another coach on the field. I know talking with Coach Clatterbuck, both Coach Clatterbucks, Bill and Ronnie, it was always good to have him and JK on the field. You didn't have to call many timeouts. They knew how to read one another, and I know that makes it easier. He understood the game, what needed to be done before it needed to be done. And all the hours of backyard wiffle ball at my house, at Nanny's house, definitely paid off. If I repeat anything here, it's JK's fault. And so I'm trying to think, did he leave anyone out in Berkeley Springs? So some of it will be a little redundant, and but no, it was good to see JK meet his wife and both of his sons. So Morgan, that's a joke, okay. But Tommy was a varsity player, as Coach Rowland said. He played 4 years of varsity baseball, and just to play 4 years in high school in general was tough, but to play 4 years varsity, in his freshman year, he was the winning pitcher in the sectional championship, the regional championship, And Tommy threw, I believe, a complete game in the state championship, 1985. Is that right? I enjoyed watching him through high school and then in the state tournament. He was selected to the Martinsburg Journal All-Area Baker's Dozen, All PVC for us old-timers, Potomac Valley Conference. Honorable mention is his junior year, second team All-State. His senior year, he was also a finalist for the West Virginia Player of the Year. J.K. mentioned how fast he was. Tommy was so fast, he won the Cameron High Fastest Man Championship back-to-back years. He set 3 school records. Most of them were stolen bases, triples, and at the time he had the most wins by a pitcher in a single season. Tommy was also an outstanding football player, his second love, making the Martinsburg Journal All-Area Team, All PVC, and named Martinsburg Journal Player of the Week 3 out of the 10 weeks. After high school, Tommy took his talents to Concord College. You're welcome. I also played there, so I was able to land several Berkeley Springs. Yeah, that's okay. You left me out. You can put me in your next speech, right? I won't be here for that one. And if those who slept through his second half, it'll be a next Netflix series, so you can pick that up. After high school, Tommy went on to Concord College, now Concord University. I saw Jack's uncle sporting that great-looking sweatshirt, by the way. He was all-conference 3 times, and that hadn't been done in over 30 years at Concord, being a member of the WVIAC. Tommy was an NAIA All-American Honorable Mention and led the nation in triples. I am proud to introduce Berkeley Springs High School, graduate of 1988, my nephew, and Frank.
My kids already made fun of me my phone with my word. Thank you, Hall of Fame member Greg Rigwin, for that introduction. First, I would like to congratulate the other Hall of Fame inductees, along with the Hall of Fame committee, for putting this special event together. There are some people I would like to recognize and thank that made this journey with me. My parents, Anna Dale and Fred McClintock. I read this 50 times and I didn't even. Thank you for taking that 6-year-old boy to baseball and football signups and for getting me started. Who knew what this would lead to? Thank you for all your sacrifices you both made to get me to practices, games, tournaments, and buying me equipment that I needed to compete, along with the 2 hospital visits. Thank you for all your guidance and wisdom, for your unsolicited advice, and for being a wonderful role model for me. To my coaches, Mr. Rubenthal, Mr. Habermel, to my high school coaches, Ronnie and Bill Clatterbuck, and to my college coach, Doug Fuller. I wish you all were here in person, but I know you are in spirit. Thank you for your advice on and off the field. It has stuck with me in my everyday life. The opportunities presented to me during our time together have been memorable. To my teammates from Little League to high school to college, you all have challenged me on and off the field, making me a better person and a player. Our camaraderie was a blessing. to one of my best friends, J.K. Hunter. Thank you for being such a good friend, a teammate, and competitor. We have shared many memories on and off the field. JK and I could always be seen throwing a ball in our hand, could always be seen with a ball in our hands, whether it was throwing a tennis ball back and forth until we broke something or getting the call, "Hey man, want to play home run derby?" Which consisted of simply a wiffle ball bat and a sponge ball. You've always been by my side, even to this day. I've always thought of you as one of my brothers, so thank you. Which brings me to my brothers, Keith and Brian. Thank you for all your support while we were growing up and for allowing me to drag you around for pickup games. It was very exciting to get a few years to play together in high school and college. Your friendship and brotherhood is a blessing. Thank you for all your support as well. Even though there are many years between us, seeing you at the games was always great. Your friendship and brotherhood was a blessing as well. To my Uncle Rick. I didn't think this would be that hard.
It's the lighting, it's terrible.
Thank you to my Uncle Rick. Thank you for being a great uncle and a wonderful role model. Thank you for being a big brother, even though you were our uncle. You took Keith and I in and played sports with us a lot, even though it was cut short by us burning up the kitchen. Thank you for all your continued support on and off the field. To my wife and kids. To my wife Allison for being by my side still today and watching and supporting the kids and I as I coach and play the game that we both love. To the kids, I hope I've showed you how to work hard, be a good teammate, how to be a good person, and how to value the lesson from the game, win or lose. Many memories flow through my head, from specific moments in the game to bus rides, overnight trips, to pre-game dinners at Benita's house, and to pickup games. When I think of competing, I always love playing against Martinsburg, Jefferson, Musselman, and Hancock. Who wouldn't like to beat the Bird or serve John or Lowry a loss? I remember pitching against Jefferson, legendary coach John Lowry, with runners on first and third. Who I knew was going to bunt. Lowry wanted to run, and I wanted the out. The batter laid down the bunt. I fielded it, faked the throw to first while tagging the runner, trying to score. Lowry was fit to be tied. Another time, when my wife began her teaching career at Musselman High School, a substitute by the name of Dwight Dougherty, former Musselman baseball coach, asked me if she knew any McClintocks from Berkeley Springs. She laughed and said, "I married one, Tommy." Then he proceeded to tell her about me being a thorn in his side for 4 years. While I coach at Musselman, I still bleed blue and gold. They always say our kids are our greatest accomplishments. As a baseball dad, seeing the joy that the game brings my children is the best feeling. Watching my oldest daughter, Savannah, compete in 105-degree weather crying from being mad about losing, but knowing she would carry her head high and keep pursuing in life. Seeing my son Wyatt demonstrate his baseball IQ by performing the same play as I did against Jefferson, but as a catcher against multiple teams. I love to watch him play every position on the field because of his baseball IQ and how he mentors younger players. Then to my youngest daughter, Lydia, winning the Wiffle Ball Classic at Uncle Rick's house
I'm still mad about that.
in North Carolina and hitting like her dad. From coaching baseball to softball, the memories all began in Berkeley Springs as a little leaguer. My oldest daughter, Savannah, reminds me of this thought. Sport failures are inevitable, but failures build strength and determination because of the love of the game. Again, I would like to thank you for the memories and the opportunities. Thank you to the Hall of Fame committee for this special event, and congratulations to my fellow inductees.